Hey, bitches.
Hey, bitches.
Hey.
You're still muted.
Is muted still. Here you go. There we go.
I muted the
Howdy.
screaming child in the room next door.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we always do a quick mute on that, too. Just in case. Boom. How is everyone doing? We are here for the finale of Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil by John Berendt, which I finally figured out once and for all. That's how it's said.
So how is it?
Took me a whole month. Berendt.
Berendt.
So there's some silent letters for no reason.
I mean, I'm sure he made it up, being that it was passed down to him. Since he's a writer of nonfiction. Hi, Rebecca. Welcome. Hey. So we just shared the link and we will let everyone
Yeah, I have a little mishap.
join us as they do. We'll give them a few to actually catch up since we're not on top of it this time, which happens. No big deal. But anyways, so this week we finished reading. We also got to watch our film that came, also went with the book, which was fantastic. That was super fun because we don't have any other ones this year that will be or is currently a film. So extra fun. I don't know if anybody was reading the audio, but at the end you get a couple of extra goodies. I was reading it alongside today to just help me focus. And at the end where there were a few things. You got like kind of an afterword that was a little bit longer, and then a kind of Q&A with John Berendt. So that was actually kind of neat. Little extra history. Okay, so today we will discuss the finale, talk about the film. We'll do our giveaway. Desiree has a fun game for us and some cutesy little prizes for you bookish bitches. So before that, bust out our drinks as the Savannians do. Everybody take
have one right now.
Cheers, ladies. Cheers.
Cheers.
And cheers. Whistle pig. Oh, this is burning. This is burning. Yeah.
I think it made me whistle right now. I heard a little whistle.
I'm not a great whistler, but yeah, it does. The game that you mentioned last week, you got cards for. You showed everybody.
That game.
There we
You're
go.
talking about the other one.
Oh, I don't know.
What that is.
Welcome, Jessica. And cheers. Okay, so how was everybody's week? Anybody do anything awesome or exciting or have a totally boring week that was well needed or, mostly needed?
Celebrated an anniversary.
And we'll bring this back up. Happy anniversary. How many years is it now?
16.
16.
16. Yeah.
17 is next year. I'm trying to age mine, I guess. What'd you guys do for your anniversary?
We ate on the Queen Mary and stayed the evening there. Yeah.
Do you guys do that often for like an anniversary? Since that's where you got, you had your reception.
We've had dinner there a couple times. This is the first time we stayed the night since the wedding.
That's fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Aww.
Yeah, because we ate and then we went to they have the bar called the observation deck, and then we kind of went roaming around and checking doors, whatever doors would open.
Just to play haunted house.
Yeah.
See who's behind door 347.
We ended up in the back of some kitchen.
I read a book.
Snacks.
That door was open, and then found some.
I just read a book. Happened. It does not end the same, I think.
We're alive. Was
We're
that?
alive.
Yeah.
So maybe it does end the same.
Oh.
Did you get haunted?
No, I mean, you would hear things, but it's like that could be a person.
I'm sure people play games when they stay there too.
Yeah.
I would.
It was really cool. Like there wasn't a lot of people, but we We did have fun, like exploring and yeah.
Good. That's good. That's a happy anniversary. Hi,
Yeah.
Nora. Welcome. Welcome. Let me get this over here. All right. Anybody do anything else? Anything fun? Anybody's kids have anything awesome going on?
Oh yeah.
I
Besides
cleaned my house.
Rebecca's badass girls always, showing up at local shows and shit. And
When I say that, my brain just automatically goes to them.
right.
Des, didn't you eat a bunch of sushi and
Yeah, I did. But it's like it's the deep fried ones. Because I don't fuck
Yeah, so-
around with raw.
So how quickly after you ate were you actually still hungry?
I wasn't. I was so tired. I told you guys I was ready for sleep.
Oh, that didn't stop. Okay.
I turned like the movie finished and I
Hi,
think I was
Ashley.
awake for like 10 minutes and passed out, like didn't even get a chance to like brush teeth and put my night guard in. So I woke up like an hour and a half later. My jaw was
Tank breath
hurting.
and a jaw ache. Yeah.
And so I had to get up and like brush teeth and get my night guard in. Like,
Good. Well,
but yeah, I mean,
good
that
food
was
makes
fun.
you crash. I like that. That sounds like when teen cooks at retreat.
okay. I wanted to say when I start drinking, I add a lot more cheese and butter to things.
You know?
We're gonna start feeding her booze at 6
I was gonna
a.m.
say you need to drink
With
more
your
than
heart, okay?
Dominique and I will keep you supplied. Don't worry. We'll be your suppliers for retreat.
not enough cheese. She needs to drink more.
Right?
Don't worry, we'll plan like a sober day for her.
I'll do breakfast. I can't be too drunk before breakfast.
Okay, we'll have to do mimosas.
Well, unless you went out the night before, in which case you might be very hungover.
I'm not sure we're gonna have to worry about that in this case. I don't know. And does anybody know if Charlotte is haunted? Speaking of haunted houses, they probably are.
There has to be a place.
I feel like all major cities. We're still drunk, right? Okay. Finally had nice weather. Got up to 79, so took the kids to the park. That's so nice. 79 is like
yesterday.
perfect temp. I really feel like it is. Warm there as well. Well, good. You guys are finally coming out of winter. Finally. Oh man. Not me, too old. Did you not drink on retreat, ma'am? I call you ma'am when you say you're too old for something. Ma'am. I seem to remember all of you starting off at a bar while you were waiting for us to get everything ready up there.
She was there. Whether she
There.
cared or not, I cannot. No, we all ordered hurricanes somewhere.
Ghost tour. That was a ghost tour.
I understand this. I don't want to go to bed at all with anything in my system. No, thank you. I'll wake up dizzy.
Well.
So you can say ma'am all you want. Okay.
Oh, that's why you bring that up.
Thank you for that, ma'am. Thank you.
So if we just get you drunk in the morning with morning drinks, and then it'll wear off by the time you go to bed.
See, that's good. That's great, right?
All right, that's a plan.
Heard.
That's a plan, Dominique. That's a plan.
Oh, wow.
Oh my goodness. Dominique.
Guys, I might sniff the alcohol and be drunk. Like, I have not had a drink in like 2 years. I had like a teensy sip on retreat last year, and I was like, oh, that's too strong. And
oh, that's too strong. I started wheezing like immediately. That was weird.
Listen, I'm just that funny, okay? Stop
my
pretending
goodness.
like I'm not.
Okay. Anyway, so I didn't have anything go on this week. Not really. Did we?
What? You went to the beach. You did fun stuff.
Oh,
Your schedule is crazy, but then you went to the beach, and I then realized after the fact that you didn't have kids with you. So that was cool.
Yeah. I went to a queer field day at the beach, and it was actually a lot of fun. Yeah. Another mom in our kids' homeschool group was asking me to go with them. And I guess they had been wanting to go for several years and it didn't happen last year. And then they didn't really have anyone else to go with. So I asked if I would tag along because you know me, I'm pretty much down for everything. I don't know if there's much that somebody could invite me to that I would say no to unless it was like an open mic of any kind that I had to participate in.
Oh, okay. So you would go to hear other
I
people.
would fucking go. It's just it better not be one of those like you have to get on stage kind of things. Not.
I feel like I have a new like
Prank
challenge
to
to
pull on
try.
your sister. That's okay.
Well, not a prank, just like
better-
figure out how much shit I can make you do before you say no.
Wow.
I haven't
Like,
said no
what's
yet,
your
bitch.
limit? Let's
So-
find out.
We're going on how many years old are you now? 38. So 38 years I probably haven't really said no much.
I'll
to you.
take it.
Yeah. I mean we can test those, but anyways, yeah. So pretty down.
Did I get it? But that's
I don't
okay.
like it. I don't like charades. I know a lot of people love charades. I don't like charades. It always makes me feel weird and uncomfortable.
It is weird and uncomfortable.
Because you hate mimes, isn't it?
No, they don't
And
bother
it's
me.
just people miming things, eh?
I hate being put on the spot in that way. So I don't know. Anyways, that was and it did come up yesterday, and I was like, I'm not getting up. So anyways, queer field day was super fun. It was a day at the beach. I hate the beach, but it ended up being great. And it was not super cold, so I didn't end up with a headache. And everybody was just really fucking nice and super supportive of each other. And it was just a wonderful mixture of non-binary, female, trans humans, and they were all absolutely fucking fabulous. So anyway, it was a really nice day. We spent several hours playing games, getting to know people. They did like an intuitive painting, and it was just a lot of fun. Played some games, something called Salad Bowl, where it's kind of like charades, but you like everybody just writes like a word or phrase like on a piece of paper, and then you split into teams. And then the first one is you go through as many as you can, and each person has to like get up and like describe the word. And then their team guesses it, and then they can like go to the next one if they get it. And then the next one was charades. So you go through all the same papers, but doing charades. And the next time around, you go through all the same papers, and you only get one word to describe it. So it actually, yeah, it was a super fun day. It was a super fun game, and I only had to finally get up when I got called out. Tasha, you haven't been up here yet. And I was like,
Oh, wow.
You should have been like, yeah,
I was the
that
last to go for my
first. How
team.
could
So
you
I was
forget?
like, shit, now I'm really on the spot. But it was like the one word descriptions. And because they'd already been used, I felt less stressed about it. I was like, okay, at least I know what's in this bowl. I just don't know when it's going to come up. So it worked out fine. It was a fun, very fun day. Jessica, you would have loved it. I totally thought of you. Everybody there, super supportive, amazing, wonderful. Yeah, it was just nice. So they did tug of war. Not a strength of mine, so I just watched. That is, if it was all legs and shit, then I'd be down. If it was like all about your lower body strength, I'd be ready for that. But no, my strength in observing, sometimes otherwise called voyeurism. So I'm just kidding.
She picked that up in one of the dirty books she was reading, guys. Don't let her
No,
kid
I
you.
picked it up reading this month's nonfiction, How to Write Like a Nonfiction Writer. You just show up, make friends, and let them know what you're doing there.
And then exploit
and watch.
And then exploit the shit out of it. Yes. So anyways, that was like my big highlight this week. Yes, you would have absolutely loved it. Yeah. And they have several. And so if you ever make your way out this way, we'll have to like coordinate it to where you can come with me and we can go and rally. It was like a no drinking day too. It was like they were trying to like get people together and build this community, like not centered around like Pride, which is a big party, or having to go to like bars to find similar people, which was neat. So anyway, moving on to everyone's favorite character, Chablis.
My girl.
She was fucking hilarious this week. Hilarious. Tell a bitch what not to do and she's gonna do it.
Oh yeah.
What not to do. My favorite part was when she, after all her shenanigans at the cotillion at the end. So I need to get going. My chauffeur is here. Let me know if you see him. And they were like, well, how will we know? He's white.
And you know she looked directly at
him. Oh my gosh. The best. That was the best. That was like one of my favorite moments.
Oh,
Anyway, she was great. Okay, so does anybody want to add anything before we jump into the book? No? Yes? No? All right, so once and for all, Teen chose this book for us last year, our nonfiction for the year. A nice long one. It hit almost under 400 pages, but really easy to read, just fun and interesting. And I was super surprised to learn that there was very little he made up. Very little. One particular thing was the timeline in which he showed up to Savannah. In the book, he puts that kind of, he puts himself like before everything goes down so that he's there like when it happens. But in real life, IRL, he actually shows up, just a couple months after Jim Williams actually has shot Danny Hansen. So Hansen, yeah.
Hansford.
So then is it really a nonfic if he wasn't there?
So he was there for everything that he wrote, except for there's a small portion in the beginning, and the person who actually was there for it gave him the account, as did Jim Williams. So he wrote it as if he was there. It's still completely true. But that was the only.
Well, he's all real.
Yeah.
They're not made up. He didn't,
No, their stories aren't. I guess he really couldn't make that shit up.
Just all the characters in general.
I'm so proud of her. Curious about the movie. How was it? What did everybody feel about this film? What are you guys thinking?
I felt like it was way too fast, and so it pissed me off. So I gave the movie like a 2.5.
Oh. No,
it pissed me off. It made me mad. Everything was out of order, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, what is this? What's happening?"
Well, I
like the characters, yes, but
we centered Lady Shibley in it, and that gets automatic points for me. That she was like in so much of this film.
I agree.
Her too.
I agree.
Didn't get an actress to play her. It was really her, and she was in so much of it. So
right there,
totally stole the show. Yeah,
my Wednesdays are crazy, but should I watch the movie? I was wanting to watch
Janie's
it.
name, Annoying, and Minerva was fantastic. Minerva was absolutely fantastic. And I think we all agreed that Mama Odie was literally based off of her.
Yes.
100%. Down to like literally what she was wearing, her glasses, even the way she spoke, her mouth, like all of it, the way she wore her hair with her cover, all of it. I was like, damn, they really stole it.
And what's so interesting about the real Minerva is that she did not like to be photographed because she felt like it was taking her essence and her soul. And I'm like, and now Disney has co-opted it, and maybe this lady was right.
See? Yeah. She's like, if y'all hadn't taken a picture of me,
nobody would know.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but the cast for her?
Yeah, so good.
Yeah. Very, very good. I mean, to be fair, Disney stole the movie version of Mama Odie, not like the OG gal herself. But
Which-
still,
It does look like that. I don't
still
think
does look like her. Yeah, absolutely. She was cast so well. Okay, let's see. Curious. I enjoyed it. Yay. Yeah, the whole love interest thing.
that made me mad. I was like, why do you have to put that in there?
I thought it was unnecessary. And I think that maybe at the time they felt like if they didn't add like a little bit of love story to a Savannah film, like that maybe people wouldn't be so interested in it. But I honestly think that it took away
Mhm.
from the story. It added absolutely nothing. And it was like a waste of time when they could have just put shit in order and given us more of the story. Or we could have had, more screen time with some of our favorites. So
I'm like, I thought the whole Mandy Joe Odom story in the book was fantastic.
yeah.
Yes, makes
Yeah.
sense versus the book. Like this whole thing with Mandy and Joe Odom is great because she's the one who eventually gets him for forging checks.
At the end. I know. Amazing. That was amazing. See, sometimes it's like, just stick with it. He did well enough. He really didn't need to add to it or take anything from it. I wonder who wrote the screenplay.
Yeah.
But Clint
Oh, wait.
Eastwood was the director.
I think Clint Eastwood had something to do with it.
Yeah, he directed it. I know that. I don't know if he actually wrote the screenplay or anything, but anyway, I thought it was well done considering.
Yeah.
If you hadn't read it and you just watched the movie, you would have absolutely loved it. So, Nora, it definitely is worth seeing. Dominique, it definitely is worth seeing at some point. I think that you'd really enjoy it as well. So,
I'll do that.
but then, just in comparison to the book, like the book is always better.
Oh.
What are you going to do? The book is always better, but it was fantastic that Lady Chablis actually got to play herself in the film. So, wonderful.
He's like, no, I'm not from Savannah. I'm about 3 hours north. I'm from Columbia, South Carolina. So
There you go.
So kind of close, but I'm like, do I sound like I'm from?
I was going to say, is she gone with the wind enough? Can you like turn your Southern charm on and off like heavily?
To a certain degree. I think when you work in retail in the South, it is important to make these old Southern ladies feel like they're yeah. It's hey, how are you? Oh, it's so good to see you.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you definitely. You can definitely turn on the charm. I like it. That's great.
Makes people feel more comfortable. And working
It
in
sure
restaurants,
does.
I didn't really do that. But working in like a retail, like a higher end retail environment, it's helpful. It helps you make sales. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Relating to people in general is going to be great for sales. But honestly, I think you can turn that charm on pretty much anyone in the United States because the Southern charm, there's nothing like it, really.
Well,
And
there's no
so
other. Is there anything else that ends with charm?
thank you.
Yeah,
Like,
right? There's nothing.
no.
They're the
No.
only ones.
I was
with
like, charm school starts with charm, but that's all I got.
No, but like anywhere else in the world where it describes that place and puts the word charm or something charming about it afterwards, like really not. I'm sure there's like something that we're missing, but
Right.
I don't know. Anyway, couldn't imagine anyone else playing Chablis. Yeah, I agree. Okay, for some reason, I thought you said something about being from there, but must have been
No worries.
from the South, right?
From
Is it really considered the South? That far up? How far up do you have to go for it to no longer be the South?
oh, you have to go above Virginia.
Okay. Oh wow. I mean, like that's above California. So
Yeah, I mean, it's a whole Civil War Mason-Dixon line.
okay, so it's just based on the Civil War. Okay, got it.
You froze. Wait, am I frozen? Because now everybody's frozen.
No, I don't know. We're all good.
West Virginia is its own region. It really is. I mean, it's Appalachian. West Virginia is what I would term Appalachian.
Why is that?
I mean, it's part of the Appalachian Mountain Range.
Just based on location? Okay.
Yeah.
So not southern, but
mountain. But not southern.
But not. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's a weird thing. Like Texas, also its own thing, but not southern. But
Yeah.
just its own thing, you know?
Well, it's south.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it weird that I don't know. It's probably fucked up, but I don't know.
I'm not saying nobody else.
I think when I think of like just kind of like the circle of like southern states, like Texas, I mean, it's in it, but it just like doesn't really fit. I don't know. This is maybe just because it's so big.
It's so
big. At that point, they're like New Mexicans and Arizonians or whatever they're called. So maybe they're a little Oklahoma.
Ians.
It's all like blended down in there.
Wow.
Yeah, it's this border between the South and the West. You know, like you get out west once you get West Texas.
Yeah, it's definitely different. Then you start just basically it's like West Texas all the way to California. Except once you hit California, you know you're in California.
Appalachian.
Appalachian. What we were taught.
Is it?
Yeah.
You say
Is it not
Appalachian?
Appalachian.
Is what
Not
do they say it? What do the people that live there say it?
Appalachian.
Do they?
I mean, I've been to the mountains. My grandfather's sort of from the.
That's what he says.
area.
Appalachian.
I've never heard anybody say whatever it is that y'all say.
Appalachian.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. That's the California.
I've only heard Appalachian.
Yeah,
I've never heard it.
I've heard Appalachian several times, just kind of like over the years. But I was always like, "Are you being funny?" Did I say?
Nora, which one is it? Appalachian or Appalach? Or not which one, but what do you say when you
Was she
The
Nora-
trail
not the way to
yeah.
goes through PA, and we say it the way you all say it, not the way Teen says it.
Oh,
Interesting.
Pennsylvania.
Hmm.
Pennsylvania's up there. My husband's from Pennsylvania. He's from Pittsburgh area of Pennsylvania.
What does he say Appalachian or
There's probably just like a bubble of people who have like their pronunciation, and it's probably just like surrounding that area.
I just looked it up and it's Appalachian.
Okay.
Where'd you look it up at though?
Hey,
Yeah, look it up like
How do you pronounce? How do you pronounce? And then I spelled it out and it says Appalachian. And then when you play it, Appalachian is how it says it.
Okay.
Wow.
Don't believe
Well-
everything you read on the internet, Desiree.
I know, but it was literally the first thing that popped up. So, and also teens on the internet. So,
Hey, we all we homeschool here in California, so clearly we don't just take California teachers' word as gold. And now we will be teaching our children about the Appalachians.
Appalachian.
But also, Rebecca and Nora, love you so much. You're Yankees.
You're Yankees. We'll continue to say it wrong. And Rita, she heard it, so it has to be correct. Oh my God, that's funny. Yeah, now I'll teach Leo and Bella about it.
no,
Although
now
I'm
I'm gonna forever be like in my brain that it's not right, but I don't want to.
No, you know what I'm gonna do is every time I think that like there's like every time I have to like think of any kind of geography whatsoever or talking about any place in history, I'm gonna have to actually look up how it's supposed to be said versus how we were taught here in California. Because
Okay.
with California accent, I guess it's
Y'all were arguing.
That's what it is.
y'all were arguing how to say the state that houses Las Vegas, and
And and we're literally grew up in the same house. Yeah.
I was
No
kidding. That's why. It's Nevada.
Do you say Nevada though? Or are you just
I
fucking
do.
with me? Okay.
I was just giving you shit the last time.
I honestly love it when people give me that much shit to the point where I am confused about whether or not they're telling the truth because I like doing the same thing. Quite often, actually.
but yeah, I think I would say Nevada. I don't think I would say Nevada. Like, and the reason is the Southern vowel shift. All of our vowels are much softer. It's not a ah.
Yeah, right.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
It's an ah. So that's just a
Oh,
dialect.
just an accent.
Well, what are you gonna do? California is a younger state than all the rest, and they just had to do it different, I guess. Born in
Wow.
Nebraska.
Everyone in California, shh.
So, yeah, you were born in Nebraska, spent several years developing your little accent across the pond, and then came back and deepened your accent. Where did you come next? Because you're very Southern sounding to me. So, yeah, Jessica's got like a heavy accent. Definitely. But where would you say like your accent really like stems from? Jessica.
Who?
I love accent.
I know. The way that like she speaks definitely is like, oh, that is so
Mm-hmm.
thank you. I don't know. But I guess that's, I think in California, we just kinda grew up thinking like every accent other than ours is like exciting.
Exciting.
Grew up everywhere. Okay, so yours is just like a whole combo of shit and it's like a one
That's
of a
what it
kind
is.
accent. All right. Well, you're gonna have to name your accent then.
Right? Sure.
Can you imagine if you got like your own? You know what my favorite is still? The transatlantic like way of speaking is just so charming to me that I'm like, how do people learn how to do that?
Wait,
It
are you
includes
saying you've lived everywhere to include Florida, meaning that you've only lived in Florida? Like you were born in Nebraska, then you were in Florida?
mm-mm.
And what part of because accents wildly vary.
That's
Yeah.
true.
All
My
right.
kids of Florida, Arkansas, Florida, California.
Yeah, Arkansas didn't end up sticking. There were some things that they used to say when you guys were living there that I was like, oh, here we go. We're gonna have some Southern
Like
babies
what?
now. Back in the day, I don't even remember now.
Lily
But
doesn't add
they
the G
all
to
did except for
anything. There is no G's in Lily's language. If it's ing, it's in. It doesn't matter what the word is. She does not say the G.
Oh,
yeah, Lily in particular, and also a little bit of what Avery would say 'cause she was a little bit older, but not by much. So, but
No, yeah, she just turned 3 when we moved there.
yeah, but she does not sound. She doesn't have any of that left. No, he didn't only live there. CJ's texting me. Did you grab yourself a cocktail?
I mean, you
Is
could one.
the frog's ass watertight?
So I want to suggest that everybody look into the Gullah people of the Low Country of South Carolina, which is where Minerva is from.
Right.
She's from Beaufort. She's considered like a Gullah person, and many of you who are our age may remember a show on Nickelodeon called Gullah Gullah Island.
Oh, I remember that one.
Mm-hmm.
Set off of the coast of South Carolina. And that is their culture, and they are deeply, deeply connected to their West African roots. They speak a Creole language called Gullah.
Wait, I had no idea that was a real place. I thought it was just a show.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is a real place. And yes, Rebecca, yes, it's it was or is just a spoken dialect. Like They have now translated the Bible into Gullah, though, for people. Yeah, it's
That's
very
interesting considering their background is probably less Christian and more
well. It's
weird.
such a mix. It's such a mix of Christianity because of the slave trade, and they were brought over here, but then they also retain some of that voodoo
Right.
and
Right.
and everybody knows the song Kumbaya that
Yeah.
you sing around campfires, so that is actually a Gullah song.
Oh.
And
Very cool.
like if you were to translate it into English, it is "Come by here, my lord, come by here, Kumbaya,
Oh.
Kumbaya." So like those are like that's how far
Bringing
reaching
it
that
back.
culture actually is, and that people
Yeah.
don't know it exists is still a little wild to me. So just
They're just charming enough to slide it into all this shit that we know, but don't know we know is from there.
Mhm.
Okay. I love that you always bring the history and some really cool information just to like share with everyone that like we wouldn't otherwise have. Everybody has their special things. That's definitely one of yours.
Oh yes, random knowledge is definitely.
I wouldn't call it random. It's definitely useful and cool knowledge for the rest of us. So definitely nice to know. I feel like I should be taking notes.
This is
Good stuff. Will it be a quiz? Will you be my
I
thesis
will
advisor?
absolutely be your thesis advisor. I am
Ooh.
a master of papers.
It'll be in Irish, but you know, or Gaelic. What is it? Can you read that?
I'll figure it out.
I'll figure it out. All right, Jessica, you've lived in Nebraska, Connecticut, Scotland, Florida, Virginia, and West Virginia. Irish, Gaelic, same thing. Okay, there we go. Very cool.
Love it.
Well, anyway.
Does anybody think that John should have shared what Jim told him about what happened that night? And was Jim full of shit? Or was that the real story?
I think it was the real story. I think that part was real. I don't think that the reporter should have said anything because he went to Joe and Joe was like,
everybody knows.
He's already done 2 years. Everybody already knows he killed him. It was just in which way did it happen? Obviously, it wasn't premeditated. So he shouldn't have been getting life in prison or whatever it was that they had convicted him with or
yeah,
what have you. So he did serve 2 years. Now, should he have told the truth? Yeah, absolutely should have told the truth.
he did.
But they might have convicted him anyways. So maybe he felt like it was how he was going to get out of it, even though he knew the truth. He knew that Danny was going to kill him. The safety just happened to be on, right? So,
that's a story.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think that that's the difference too between a writer and a reporter.
Right.
And he wasn't there as a reporter. He was there to get a story to write a novel about. So is he going to, potentially ruin his own story? And does it matter?
I thought that he was there to write an article. It was like a 500-word article to start and then came about the book.
Right, to start. But that was...
He basically was breaking his contract with the people to write the book.
Yeah, with like the magazine or whatever. Mm-hmm. He said, there's a lot more going on down here that I think I should take on. I mean, you could not show up in that situation and decide that there was not more to talk about, more to say, more to, put out there. I think that, I think he was lying. Joe said there were multiple different real stories. Yeah. I mean, I think that he was lying about certain things. I think Jim was definitely lying about certain things. I honestly think that Jim probably felt like it was his precious antiques that were in danger, and he wasn't going to let Danny mess up any of those. And as Joe, was it Joe who even said it? I think it was that had said, like, did you notice that none of his stuff that really
Like the clock.
was worth anything had been like severely damaged? It was just like minor damage that could be fixed.
Like
He
yeah,
knew what
like
he was doing.
right. Like
The
the clock.
clock.
It was broken just
He
enough
broke
to
the
be broken,
glass,
but
but
not
not the
destroyed.
clock. Yeah, glass can be replaced. Not sure what to believe with the whole situation. I mean, I do think that like they said, they like their gossip. And so it's going to be very, very, very difficult to get like a full story and have any of it really be true.
Mhm.
Because it's just not exciting. And maybe the truth of it doesn't necessarily write like a whole book or bring in tourism or, continue the excitement 30 years later. So, their tourism has still gone up since then. And due to the book, he even said that tourism the next year had already risen and the following year had risen and was just continuing to rise. And he's like, I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing, but what the Savannahans say is that it's, tourists, they come and go and they just bring money with them. So
Now, my
Yeah.
copy of the book had like a 20 years later thing at the back. But it was the ebook, so I don't know if y'all's had that.
Okay, so what ours included at the end was we got just the author's note in this book.
Okay.
We just got like a quick author's note about what was true and not, and that was it. In the Audible version, you got like a Q&A with him, but it was directly following the book. So it was pre-film. The film had not been made yet. So the Q&A is there for that. But then he did talk about, it was just kind of like him talking about the story and how he like gathered information. And so there's quite a bit of extra info in the Audible version as well. But you're saying that the Kindle has some extra, right?
The Kindle had like a 20 or 25 years later, which is like now, I think.
Right.
That's what I'm looking for. Where does it say that?
And mine was at the very, very end. And you know what, Des?
Like
I got
midnight at 30?
yes. Yes.
Okay.
That was it. And yeah, he kind of talked about how there's this swing back to people trying to destroy these old homes again and like modernize the city and
I did hear that. That was in the Audible as well.
open it up more for tourists and things.
Mhm.
And I've been to Savannah once, and I know y'all are like, you live 3 hours from there. That's crazy. Why wouldn't you go constantly? It is expensive and it is touristy because Savannah is nice year round. It is a nice place to go to year round. It doesn't get super cold. It does get hot, but if you're from the South already, you're used to that. So people go there and are tourists there year round.
Wow.
And yeah, and it's expensive. It's beautiful. It is beautiful and so much fun. I mean, it's on the river, similar to New Orleans. There are people playing music on the street, and you can walk around with your drinks, and so it's a lot of fun, and it is really beautiful. But it's it's kind of like New Orleans. It's one of those things like I gotta like prep for. Like,
yeah,
can't be like an every other weekend thing,
Not sure what. Well, my Audible had the 30-year later. Yeah, that's what it was. I was like, what was that? It was the 30-year later. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's just interesting that those conversations are coming up again. I mean, this whole, like revitalizing a city that's built on history and.
That's cool. It says it right here that it was August last year that it was added.
Yep.
Very cool.
Yeah, 2023 is what it said. Yeah. So let's see. There are reading group questions, but none of them I could really use because we hadn't finished the book. So I'm just going to take a brief look and see if there's anything good we can use here. Oh my goodness.
Ooh, can I ask one I asked on Facebook?
Oh, yes, do.
So the whole, like, the voodoo and the psycho dice and this idea of like influencing something that's so pragmatic, like a trial, with the outside forces.
Yeah.
You know, I know that books and movies can make voodoo seem very silly, but it is a religious practice for people. And, you know, the psycho dice kind of felt like him like manifesting, like what a lot of people today are like, manifest this.
Yeah.
You know, how do y'all feel about it? I mean, is it any different than, you know, some concentrated praying or I mean, I just want to know what people's thoughts are on this.
Yeah.
Did it influence anything?
I mean, I do believe that anyone can influence anything if they concentrate hard enough. I just don't think that it's like out of the realm of, you know, magical things that can just occur. But in the same sense, I still believe in things like, you know, voodoo can influence things, and that goes back historically more than just like something as silly as like psycho dice, but manifesting goes way back. And, you know, religion goes way back, and practice of religion, even in ways of like voodoo and, you know, all that. I mean, I just think that like, I believe all of it is not to be fucked with. So, all of that to say, it's not to be messed with. I definitely think that things can be influenced. Do I necessarily think that things were influenced in this story? I think that they had to have been for him to be on trial 4 fucking times, for it to keep coming up and coming up. And it's like, you've already been found guilty. Why are we doing this again? And it's just going on and on. But I do think that had he maybe done things the way that he was told to do them, they might have had a different outcome for him. He specifically decided to speak ill of the dead over and over and over and over and over again. And what happened? Like, you didn't get to enjoy your freedom. So don't speak ill of the dead, I guess. Or when you're told to just say like a nice thing and let that be it, like move on. If you have nothing nice to say. I'm not religious, but I like learning about religion. I find Wicca to be exceptionally interesting. Agnostic. Don't fully believe or disbelieve. That's kind of, you know, I grew up, Desiree and I grew up going to Christian private school. And so we basically had church like 6 days a week. It's a lot. It's a lot. But it definitely helps you know whether or not you truly believe in those things. You're in it enough to see it, to feel it, to be a part of it, to know if that's like your path or not. And so as an adult, it's no longer my path. Mine is more spiritual, more earthy, and more along the lines of the Wiccan religion. But so
Nor I'm not religious either. I did not grow up in a religious household. So I think for me, everything is sort of equally plausible.
yeah.
I don't know, and I would never tell anybody that they're wrong, and I would, you know,
Right.
never do that with anybody. I think it's I think it's I find it beautiful when people believe and are strong in their beliefs in a kind way, obviously.
Right. Obviously, yeah.
Right. In a kind and loving way, the way religion should be taken.
Do no harm. Right.
Yeah.
Which is
love.
Yeah, all about the love. Yeah. Do no
Yeah.
harm is kind of like a number one, like get good. Like that's across the board for me. And I think that if more people who followed any kind of religion practiced that first, that things would be a lot easier to believe. But it's difficult. I don't know. But growing up in it, I definitely wouldn't say that it's I wouldn't say that any of it's false. It's just not like my current.
I'd say like I've shared. I go to church and
Mhm.
say I'm pretty religious. So when it comes to like the voodoo and all that stuff, and like I believe that is all real. That's all out there. I mean, it's
Yeah.
all there's. It's just yeah. I believe everything's spiritual, and I think some things come off um in a sneaky way, if you'd say that, like manifesting. I would say personally is not necessarily somebody themselves manifesting, but allowing things, if I'm going to say this correctly, my thoughts, allowing yourself to believe that's you manifesting, but it's really something else in control. If that makes sense.
Could be, yeah. I mean, in several different religions, they'll believe that it's, your ancestors that are helping you along the way.
Right.
And some believe that it's, more like the saints, and it's others believe that it's God or Jesus or, Mary. And then I don't know, I just think that you can't really believe that any religion is true without believing that all of them are, because there's
Like,
literally no actual proof that any of them are. So I think that if you're like willing to believe in one, then you should believe that maybe it's not your religion, but believe that it is true for everyone else who believes in that religion,
a lot of them contradict each other, so you can't, like, there's some that you couldn't believe in all because of the
No, but it's
contradictions.
not you believing in that religion. It's believing that let's say that there are 10 religions, but you only follow one.
Hmm.
The fact that you believe without a shadow of a doubt, and sometimes you can question it, that's fine. That's not what I'm talking about. But like you believe in this one. My personal belief is that if I believed in one,
Hmm.
with there not being proof, like no actual proof besides like this is what people believe caused this proof, or people believe
Hmm.
happened. I think that across the board, then all the other 9 are also believable. Not for me. It's not what I'm going to follow.
Oh yeah,
My
well,
personal
yeah,
path or
anything's
anything like that. But
believable.
that's what I'm saying is if you believe in one religion, then you believe in all of them. That it may not be like your religion, and it may not be what you believe to be right. And it may
Right.
not
No,
be
all
like
I'm saying, but
based
there
your
are
morals,
a
but
cluster of religions that like that coexist thing. There are a handful of religions that would be impossible to believe all of them because of the contradictions that they would encounter, if that makes sense.
maybe.
I'm saying like everything's believable, but there are some that would just be too contradicting to be able for them all to be
I used to teach.
true, if
I
that
used
makes sense.
to the nursing home, the old folks home, and teach the elderly how to use the computer. And this one sweet lady, she would talk to me about her church, and I let her know that wasn't something that I did or grew up doing. And she was like, "Oh well, honey, I'm a Methodist." She's like, "But that's just because I was born in Tennessee. If I had been born in India, I would be." And that she just
Yeah.
saw it that way as like this,
Yeah.
like
It's
this,
just based on where you grow up and who you
yeah,
grow up with. Yeah.
like this is the path I walk because this is where I was from and this is where my mom
Right.
church.
Right.
But
Yeah.
if my circumstances were different, then my religion would be different and my system would be different. And I'm like, I get that. I thought it was a
Yeah.
nice way to look at it.
Yeah, no, that's definitely like it's just based on like kind of where you are. Yeah. I grew up in a Christian family and going to church. Wasn't until my late 20s when I realized I didn't have to believe in everything I was taught and start opening my mind to other possibilities. Yeah. I think that that's, pretty much, even if you like grew up in religion and still continue to follow that religion that you grew up with. I mean, I think that there's still like a point where everyone kind of questions, like, so now that I'm an adult and I can choose for myself, like, what is it that I believe in and what is important to me? And like, what is it that I want to put out into the world?
What Amish do their Rumspringer, they get to go and explore and figure out what they
yeah. And for some, it's that like, this is what their roots are. And that they, like Dominique is very into what she, grew up with and is continued with her children. And for some of us, it's zero religion whatsoever. And then for others, it's a lot more spiritual, but maybe they didn't find it until way later, like Nora. So, which you're more agnostic anyway. So, the possibilities are kind of all out there. What was that?
I find it really interesting the way that each one of you is talking. So my therapist and I were talking, not this last week, but like the week before or something. And she had said something to me that I thought was like, I'd never heard it this way. Nora, during Valentine's Day, had sent me this book. It's called Unraveled by Deanna Loria. It's called A Love Letter to Those Finding Their Way. And upon that title, you're like, oh, wow, like she looks like a mess. She's trying to find her way, right? You wouldn't think that this has anything to do with God or anything like that whatsoever. Jokes on me because it does, but not in that sense. And this is where something that my therapist had said to me kind of came in, is that religion is where the rules happen. And that's where the differences happen with, I guess, what makes each religion that religion. It's the rules that are brought in by the church, right? But that if you basically take that away, like if you don't think about, you go into a church, if you don't think about like the different churches and whatever, it's all just spiritual. And so that's all the same. That part of it, that is the same in what you believe. Somebody calls him Allah, somebody calls him God, somebody calls him a god, a goddess, right? Whatever the term is that you're using, that's the spiritual side. And that can happen anywhere. The rules that happen are because of church. And that's what brings the differences between each one of them. The rules from that
within
each
that
religion
specific
brings from the church.
Right.
And I just thought that was really interesting.
Right,
because then when you like
what? That everybody is seeking a higher power.
Right.
In religion.
Believing in something bigger than yourself.
Something bigger than yourself.
Yeah.
Which I just thought that the way that she worded that, I was just like, wow, that's really profound. I've never heard it like that before. And then in reading this book, obviously, like I'm not a very church-oriented person. And so I was reading this book for a different reason. But so if you don't think about it in the sense of like church and religion and that side of what they say God is, if you just think about it in a more spiritual way, then it resonates more, I guess. So I just thought, I really like the book. I haven't finished it yet, but I just thought it was really interesting.
That's good. Always good to receive a book that gets your thought. Your thought, what is it? Your gray cells?
The
tiny gray cells.
Yeah, tiny gray matter. Yeah. Maybe no religion has it all right. No, I definitely don't think I agree. It was one small classroom. That was why you guys went there. And 2 is just for info and make up your own mind. Yeah. Well, we didn't grow up in like one of those like hardcore ones. So it's not like it was like, they weren't crazy about it. Thank goodness. And they were just like more accepting. So we're really lucky that like that was like kind of our foundation for like Christianity, was that like where the type of like church and community that we grew up with were a lot more accepting of just all humans in general, which was really cool. But I think that that's also, having that foundation is what kind of made me go beyond like the what Desiree was saying, what are they like the
The church
structures of like the church setting and what they teach. But I think as long as you live a good life and go someplace good, there you go. Clearly, Jim Williams didn't care. Paul Rowland. One of the reasons he struggled with religion is that I believe they're right, but it depends on what you were told is right. Right. Yeah. Like what's right and good is like not the same to everyone. Like not everyone is taught the same thing anyway. So weaponized so people in control could stay that way. Ooh, right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's a major issue that I've had for most of my adult life with religion is that it is used as a weapon. So staying out of that kind of situation is usually just best for me. Helps me be a better person, I think. Because I think, at that point, it's like a choice. So, unfortunately, there's so much good that could come out of it. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Anyway, well, carrying on. I don't know if we had a whole lot more going on. Christians are judgmental. I think all religions are judgmental of other religions. And the reason being is that they believe that like theirs is what's right. And so all these other people wouldn't understand because they don't know. But I think that just kind of goes across the board for like all religion. So I don't know.
I pulled some questions
Oh, cool.
for the book unless you're ready to like rate it and move on to the game.
What are you?
I said I pulled some questions unless you're ready to move on to the game.
No. Go ahead.
Okay.
There you go.
One of the questions that I pulled.
Judgmental. There you go.
That's people in general.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree.
think so.
Good and bad everywhere.
Yeah, I don't think that like them being religious has anything to do with it. I just think that some people hide behind all of the religions to do bad work.
I think it's experience. For if you have a group of 20 people that you have come in contact with and you find that those group of 20 people are very judgmental Christians, then that is what you're viewing that lens from.
I only judge people for two reasons: how you treat other people and how you drive. But
and
how you drive.
And how you say Appalachian.
not judging.
It's our accent. That's why it sounds weird.
Exactly.
What do you think will be your lasting impression of this book?
Lasting impression.
I think my lasting impression of this book is don't hide the crazy, put it on the porch and give it a drink.
Yeah. That's good. That's a good one. And how you drive, right?
They're crazy.
That's good. Wow. Does anybody need to add anything more to that? It's kind of like a last line. Like try to top it. Love it.
Does the book end the way you expected?
No, I don't think anybody expected the heart attack at the end.
Did not see his death coming.
No, I don't think anyone
was that in the movie.
Heart attack at the end.
They
it
share
was
that
in
in
the
the
movie as well.
It was. They made it real dramatic in the movie, Dominique.
They did.
It was highly dramatized. It was great.
Yeah. Right. I think that was like the big shocker there is that like we definitely didn't think that after all that he would go and die of what seemed like a fucking heart attack, but turns out to be pneumonia. No.
Well, and then because they said pneumonia, people started speculating that he may have died of AIDS.
Right.
That's what they said.
But then he was at a party the night before, and everybody said he was perfectly fine. And like, I don't know if you've ever known anybody that's passed away from AIDS. You're not hiding.
It's not a short-term
Oh.
one-night thing. Mm-mm.
No. But neither is pneumonia. So I'm like,
No. You don't just like develop pneumonia one night and then you're dead. I mean, unless you're like old and your like immune system is already compromised, and like maybe you were partying the night before and you got like a little inhale of some booze and then like you were just already set off like quickly. But I think that would be very, very unlikely.
He did smoke those little cigarillo things, right?
Cigarillos, yeah. Cigarillos.
Was anything missing from the book that should have been included?
From the book?
In what?
The movie?
No, from the book.
Like historically.
How would we know it's missing?
I don't know. Did you feel like there was anything missing in the book?
Oh.
No. Certainly not a fucking love story.
Yeah. Didn't feel like it needed a love story.
No, I don't know if there was really anything missing from the book at all.
I think you would want more of.
Ooh.
Yes. The way that Jim ending in the movie.
That look up at him and that fucking grin, and then he died. That was good.
Yeah. The way it was choreographed in the movie was fantastic. Yeah. The mirroring of where Danny Billy died. Yeah. Yeah. So they just in the film they changed Danny's name from the book to Billy. Jude Law plays him, and so it's very Hollywood, the way that they show his death. He falls and is like, then they show Danny down on the floor kind of looking up at him, and he kind of gives him a little grin like, "Huh, got you." You're here too. So it was good. It was a dramatic ending, and it was good. I think that the film did well with that, but I think that the book also did very well. I don't think that there was anything in the book that was done better in the film, but I do think that the film did a good job kind of on its own as like a kind of separate entity. So nothing necessarily missing. Nothing that I feel like I wish there was kind of more of. No. More Chablis all day.
More Chablis all day.
That's it. Like
That was a question. Who was your favorite character? And I was like, I'm putting that card back. We already know.
That's
we
a silly
put
question.
that card back. Put the card back.
Is this book optimistic or pessimistic?
Well, I think the fact that Jim keeps on this path where like, it's okay. I'm going to come out of this just fine. I already know I am. And then he's like, I've got this on my side and I've got that on my side. And I have this like other thing in my back pocket. And so everything's going to be fine. I mean, I think that side of it is quite optimistic.
He himself is optimistic.
Yeah, he is very optimistic.
But does this make you want to be optimistic?
I didn't feel pessimistic reading it though.
Yeah.
I mean, he was quite optimistic that he was going to get off. And so when he does at the end, you really do not see it coming that he's going to die and not even be able to.
Also, I mean, you can look at it in a pessimistic way. Like, he just never,
bought into it.
Yeah. Like, once he finally got out, then dead.
Yeah, I think that it's just more like he was optimistic, but maybe the rest of the characters, the story is just quite realistic. You're just getting other people's accounts of this person and what they think of him. And it didn't matter if he was guilty or not. And so it was just all a character analysis, like constantly, whether or not he threw good enough parties and how everyone's going to miss those parties if he, gets arrested and has to go to jail for long term. And so I don't know. It's definitely more like a realism than anything else. But our main character was definitely optimistic.
Yeah, he was.
He really was. I mean, if there's anyone.
Definitely more than I would have been.
But I definitely
would be surprised.
The book, like, okay, he died, but like, life in Savannah is gonna continue on, and like it's gonna just keep going. Like all these other people are still there, their weird ass selves, and it's just gonna keep going. And it doesn't.
Yeah.
It was there for a blip, and then he was gone.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right, 2 more. What alternative title would you give this book?
I don't know. The title's so good.
It's just long.
It pulls you in though.
Like just shorten it. Maybe a little bit. Just like Midnight in the Garden. It's fine. But even when our author is talking about his book, he just refers to it as Midnight. Like he doesn't even have to say anything. I don't know. I can't imagine. Is anybody creative enough to come up with like a good like alternative name for this book? It is good. Right. Once we actually get to the like reason, like it took forever. It took forever to get to like, why the fuck is it titled this? I don't get it. and then it was there in your face, and I was like, well,
Danny, the best ass in Savannah.
I think that's not.
That wouldn't.
Probably,
That'd be a different book.
That would be one Desiree would read.
That'd be a sub.
Well, yeah, it would be Danny. It would be Jim. Joe might have jumped in.
Sweetality.
Sorry. Murder in Madeira or whatever that wine is they were drinking.
Oh yeah, Madeira. Yeah. Wouldn't change it, just shorten it. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
All right, last one. Oh, sorry.
You're an hour behind me, Des. You're killing me.
I'm an hour in front of you. Well, behind you.
Behind. She's an hour ahead.
I'm tired. Okay. Listen, I'm in my luteal phase. Leave me alone.
I'm in my luteal phase. Every time we talk to you, you're in your luteal phase, I swear.
It lasts for like 3/4 of the month.
month.
I swear. It's like 15 days. It's terrible. What does this book have to say about forgiveness?
Forgiveness. You don't have to. They'll get theirs in the grave. I don't know.
Whoa.
What does it say about it?
I don't feel like I said anything about forgiveness. Maybe I wasn't taking all
well, Minerva tried to get Jim to basically be forgiving.
Like, would he have gotten out of jail?
Yeah, because then Danny wouldn't have been trying to come after him.
Maybe he wouldn't have had that gay heart attack he had at the end, otherwise known as pneumonia. They probably had no clue what the fuck to diagnose. They probably like took him in for the autopsy and they were like,
we already spent too much time with this guy.
His lungs don't look awesome because he's a smoker, so let's just call it that.
Gay heart attack? What?
Yeah. Yeah. How they remember they said like it could have been AIDS. The pneumonia could have been AIDS. In the movie, it looked like a heart attack. That's what I said. It's a gay heart attack.
You got it. I don't remember that part.
Yeah, no, very, very typically in that time period, the cause of death was not listed as AIDS.
I know you're eating like a protein style, but it looked like you just bit into like a head of lettuce. Like the way, I knew it wasn't, but it just looked like
In and Out.
Like
yum.
Like no, she didn't do that. I know it's probably a sandwich, but
the In and Out
or
grilled
something.
cheese.
No, CJ went to ordered Habit.
Oh.
So it's similar, but it's they have Impossible meat patties. Oh. It's like dripping on me. But anyway. Not a head of lettuce, but they sure put a shit ton. Do you see how thick this is?
I like a good lettuce.
Years.
I want that crunch.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. All right. That was it all your questions. I had a bunch, but yours were better, so all good. All right, so our giveaway. And the month giveaway, we'll announce it tomorrow because we haven't put that together, is The City of Falling Angels by John Berendt. I will read to you what this book is about. So this one was published in 2005. And it is a captivating blend of mystery, intrigue, and cultural exploration set against the backdrop of Venice, Italy.
Wait, is it a non-fic?
Yes. So John Berendt's narrative skillfully unravels the enigmatic world of Venetian society, delving into the lives of its eccentric inhabitants and the secrets hidden within its labyrinthine streets. With scandal, art, and historical intrigue at every turn, this nonfiction work reads like a gripping novel, inviting readers into a mesmerizing journey through the heart of one of the world's most captivating cities. This story was written because he ended up moving to Italy for a few months, specifically to Venice, after the Fenice Opera House had a huge fire in 1996.
Wow.
So it is about that fire at the Opera House, and he went there to do his nonfiction investigative writing.
Huh.
So looks interesting. I'm probably going to buy this book for myself
Seems
too.
to insert himself in all these random places. So.
Yeah.
Sounds
Yeah.
like pretty soon after the film came out, maybe he needed to get out of Savannah.
Maybe he did. Maybe.
Maybe the locals were turning on him for bringing all
I don't know. But I love a good opera house story and one that caught fire and he goes and shows up and starts bugging the locals about what really happened. Sounds bomb to me.
Uh-oh.
Sounds good to me. I'm probably gonna buy this for myself to read. So.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah. So we'll figure out who won tomorrow. Let's go ahead and rate our book here, you guys. Not the film. We're just reading our book. Okay. I am going to give this one a 5, which is very rare for me to give out. I'm super stingy with 5s. And also, I'm giving it to a nonfiction. So that's weird. It's a 5 because I will read it again. I will definitely read it again.
I was going to do 3. Yeah. That
3.5.
3.5.
3.5.
I would read it.
Wow.
I took a half off because there's parts where it was dragging on. There was parts where I was just like, oh my God, what fucking chapter am I on? And I'm still on the same fucking chapter, only 5 minutes in. So I felt like a lot of it was like dragging on. I would have preferred shorter chapters for this particular book. So like I liked the book, which surprised me because it's nonfiction. Who wants to read that kind of bullshit? I don't. Anyway, but I did enjoy it. It was surprising that I did, enjoy it. I liked the movie less, but I did enjoy the book. I just don't know if I will recommend it.
Hold on, I have a reading, but I'm looking for the right emojis. It's martini glasses.
I did 3.5. I enjoyed it, and about recommending, I feel like there's been books I've read where I want to tell everybody about it. You gotta, no matter what their interests are, I'm like, you'll just like it because I think they're just so amazing. I think I would recommend it, but just probably if it just came up in conversation, but I wouldn't be the one to like, you got to read this. That's where I'm at with like my recommendations. That's why on the half.
I already recommended it to several people, so there's that. And I know that I will read this book again, surprisingly. But also I want to read his next book, which is also a nonfiction. So it's always a good sign too.
I guess if I know that somebody's looking for a nonfiction, I'd be like, hey, I read one.
I read one once.
But the thing is it doesn't have to be someone looking for a nonfic because this one is not written. It doesn't read like a nonfiction.
Yeah. I like this writing
Rebecca,
style.
why don't you give it 3 what is it called?
Thought we were doing marquee.
Eggplants. Why don't you just make eggplants? Or like a tombstone? Or
Yeah, three
what are other
martinis,
emojis that you could be
tombstone.
using?
They
Yeah,
have
give it
dirt?
four
Oh, for like the
martinis and-
Is there
fancy guys?
dirt
Yeah,
emoji?
like a drink.
Mhm.
Find some low southern food.
Mm.
Cornbread.
I really want to cook. I want like my own. I want like my own cook. I want somebody that I can call and everyone's be like, "Ooh, she got them for the party." I'm definitely excited. Like, I want somebody who's that good. Yeah.
Listen, I have seen for our retreat a lot of these people popping up on my Instagram recently where they're fucking personal chefs for like 20 people. And I'm like, oh my god, but how much do they cost? Can they come feed us?
Like,
Mm.
I-
Can they come feed us in
For
November?
the retreat.
I
Mhm.
mentioned that.
Mhm.
Remember, guys?
So I looked up one.
I
that
know
was
you
local.
did. So I don't know if my phone heard you.
Probably.
Mm. Well, I did look up the
Because then
local
all of a sudden I'm
ones
seeing
that they recommend, and they started $100 per person, and it's one meal.
No.
One
What?
meal starts at $100 person because they
I just
purchase.
threw up in my own mouth. Wow.
No.
Listen, retreat's about to get real expensive, guys. If we want to have one
Okay.
fucking meal, maybe
Well,
we'll yield enough
we've got
food to have
teen coming, and
leftovers
she's
for the
not
rest
that
of the
expensive.
weekend.
One private chef.
Yeah.
But
Me-
we'll just make sure that they're cooking for the whole weekend that one meal. No? That sounds right to me.
I love leftover. Great with it.
Yeah.
I'm down.
That's funny.
We can like bring little charcuterie boxes like we had a retreat, like the little ball, but we'll have like bigger portion sizes. So it's already done. We just grab one from
This
the
is-
fridge when we're ready
This
to
is
serve.
very good. 4 Chablis
For Chablis
and 1 dead ass
Not a death.
moco.
or an app.
4 Chablis and a dead ass.
That's funny.
Oh my god.
What?
I loved Chablis in the film, like walking the dog at the end, just hanging out.
Her.
Was it a real dog? Or was it the
Yeah.
invisible dog?
Yeah.
It was,
It was
number
Uga.
4.
It was Uga.
Gafor.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay. I just remember, who was it? That one guy that walked the
Yo,
dog?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Saw him in the movie too, though.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Loved it.
Yeah, definitely. Oh my goodness. Thank goodness you remembered this. I forgot we do ratings. I literally forgot that today. Don't ask me why.
Are we rating the movie too or no?
I don't know. If you want.
Wow.
I don't know. We're not doing that this year. I'm doing that. So does the nonfiction that we read make you want to read another nonfiction? Would you, based on the one that we read on its own? I definitely
It would
would.
depend.
I mean,
It
I
would
would,
depend on the book.
but I'll read anything. So don't go by me. I'll read anything.
I don't want to read anything that's like actually true. Like, yeah, I don't want to read about actual murder, big murders, like bloody murders. I don't want to read about like kids involved.
You don't want to read true crime.
Men killing men. We'll read about that all day.
Yeah, I mean, like a good mystery is okay.
Hmm.
I don't want to be scared to go to bed. Okay? I don't want to be scared to go to bed. Listen, I still have nightmares that I had when I was a child. Okay, not often, but I do. So I don't want to be scared when I go to bed. I have kids. I have to be able to get up and walk in the middle of the night in the dark. Okay.
Are you able to put your foot down in front of your bed, or are the under the
You
bed?
stand
ones
back 2
over the
feet and
picture?
you whoop.
Just wondering if you
My
like
girls
jump
tell
into
me they
bed, or
do
like
all-
if you
they
have
also
to in the
do.
middle of the night, do you like step far away from your bed so they can't get your ankles?
As far as I can without doing the splits. Yeah. Yeah.
I still look down and check. So, like, if there was ever a hand that came out, I do this every night. I will know.
You know what's
if there's
funny
anything.
that Lily talks about
Shit.
this is that you're not afraid of the dark. You're afraid of what the fuck is in the dark with you.
Mm-hmm.
And
You're
I've
afraid
never
of
heard
what
it
you
put that way
can't
before,
see. You're afraid of what you can't see
and
in
it
the dark.
cracks me up.
That's what it
That's
is,
short.
right?
I like the dark.
Nice.
I don't. I can navigate my whole house in the dark. Like it's pitch dark. I won't.
Hey, did
I
anybody else
can.
crack the side just for funsies in case they
Oh,
ever
yeah.
went blind?
When you're little, you're like,
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure. I meant just when I was little. Sure.
oh,
The whole time I was pregnant because I didn't want to open my eyes because I didn't want to wake all the way up in the middle of the night for the 8 times I had to get up and pee.
You open one eye and you're good to go.
Nope, not even that. So I made sure that there was a path from my bed if the floor was a mess to my bathroom.
You just
I
take
could
your way
feel
there.
my way
Take your way there.
because I didn't
Shuffle,
want to fall
shuffle.
into like the shower.
Jessica never checks
Yeah, you're
under
brave.
the bed. All right.
You're
Well,
Just because you
Wow.
probably have like a Glock under your pillow, right?
I'm like prepared for the flashback.
probably.
I'm like, I still got this. Like,
I'm not scared if something grabs me in the night. So be it.
Oh, she's like, I would like it. I would like it. You're welcome.
where are we going?
Oh my gosh, it would be like Chablis. You know how Chablis with the doctor, she was like, a little lower, a little lower.
Oh my god.
To the doctor.
Oh my god, that was great when they used her to create a distraction. Mm-hmm.
I was cracking up. That part was funny.
It's not under the pillow, it's at the bedside table, Jessica. You're funny.
Mhm.
All right, Des, do you have a little game for us to play before we get going today?
I do. It'll be like 10 minutes. It doesn't have to be long.
Okay.
Like I like my is what the game is. Has anybody played this?
Oh,
Mm-mm.
Okay.
But I'm gonna
So
go
we
rinse
pulled.
my hands. So I'm gonna be
Okay. Can you hear? Okay. So we pull 2 cards. One is a wild card, and one is the tame card. And so one card may say, I like my party games. One says, like I like my movies. And then you have to write something down that applies to both. So I like my party games and my movies dirty. So it has to apply to both. I like my furniture like I like my first date. Comes with instructions. Comfortable. Ends up in my bedroom. So write it down.
But we have
And
to
then
come up with this
everybody-
cleverly. Like, we have to be like, okay.
No, it doesn't have to be clever. You just be like, whatever. And then whoever's I like the best is who's going to get the point.
Well, see, so it has to be clever.
I mean, no, it doesn't have to be clever. It just has to be dirty. There's a difference.
Oh, right, yes. So wait, is this one of those
Extra
things where like
point if it hits home, babe.
so is this like the game like where the judge changes, or are you constantly the judge?
So it does say, like in the actual game, it's supposed to rotate with each one. I just figured that's gonna be a little bit harder, so I'll just do it. And so
Okay, so all of them have to be dirty. Okay, gotcha.
All of them have to be dirty. Okay,
Gotcha.
extra
Yeah, I
point.
didn't hear that. I was washing my hands. So
Mhm. I
All
like
of-
my
all the answers?
furniture like I like my first dates. Ends up in my bedroom.
and Desiree's the judge, so now we know how to
Desiree.
answer it. We're not answering it
Oh, look.
accurately.
She's
We're
in-
answering it to
the
be
way
the
that we
winner.
think Desiree would pick.
Mhm.
What? Or just your answer. I mean, okay. So
I mean,
I
but
wrote down
if
just
you're in it to
everyone who
win
was
it,
here tonight. If you're in it to win it, exactly. Put it in. Exactly. The fact that you're just giggling the whole time is what makes this so much worth it. Okay. Anyway, so I wrote everybody's name, even everybody on the screen in front of me, and then everybody who's commenting in. So you guys can have just like a quick sec, type that shit down, send it on through, and then
how are
the
we
three of you
sending
can-
it to you? Or
I'm gonna pop it on a
You could
post.
I was gonna say you could just write it down and then tell me, or if you can type it in, like if you guys have your phones and you could just put it on Facebook.
Ooh,
Go
I
for that.
can do that. I'll type my answer in.
Either that or you could write it down here, like post a comment, but then maybe just do like Facebook only.
Okay, hold on. Let me choose.
oh, wait here.
Pache.
And then we have whoever wins gets to pick what they get, and then I'll mail it out tomorrow probably.
Here we go.
But then maybe
Okay. I am ready to comment in.
Okay. All right. So our wild card is I like my post nut clarity. Wow. Guys, I have not read these cards. I don't know what they say. I just unwrapped them like this nut did. Like I like my tattoos. So now you have to write something down that applies to both.
I like my
Post nut.
Should I type it in? Should I type it in down so then it pops up?
Yeah,
What's-
if you because
what's-
I like my post nut clarity. Like
I
like
don't know
my
what post nut clarity is. I feel like really
ATC.
post nut clarity.
it's that moment after sex when you're like real clear minded.
Oh, I get it. Okay. Like my tattoos.
Thank you, Teen. Mine was gonna be real dirty.
You're welcome.
I get it now. That like makes perfect sense.
Hmm. I like my post nut clarity. Like I like my tattoos. Why did you have to start off with a hard one? Damn.
I didn't look at them.
I went with
I
dark.
feel like I should. Dark good one. What does Rebecca got? Not featuring the wrong person's name. That's good. That's good. Oh, this is gonna be funny, ladies. Safe and sane.
Mm.
I'm not. Oh my gosh, I'm slow.
I don't have one for this, you guys. I'm not getting a point for this one. So
Okay, first of all,
I don't have
should
one. I
kick you
can't
out
think
of
of
the whole
anything
game.
funny.
Me,
Sorry.
yeah,
Just
I'm-
write something, even if you don't think it's funny. Maybe it'll be funny when we say it out loud.
It makes no sense in my head. Why would I say it out loud? Anyway, carry on. You have funny ones you can use. You're all right. There will be one for me.
Is Dominique gonna write one?
No, I can't connect the two.
Okay, well, Teen did, so Teen gets the point.
Yeah.
Feel like I'm
All right. Let me. How do I edit?
All right.
There we go. I
ready.
like my. I'm gonna write it down. Ew.
Ooh.
I like
Whatever
my.
it is, we're interested.
your face.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I like my. Where'd it go? Why is it not? Something happened. Something froze.
Balls.
I like my toe sucking like I like my art. Gross. At least toe sucking and nut clarity weren't together, guys. Because both of those would have been like wet and hard, maybe.
Okay, stop. You
Stop it, Dominique. You and I.
Dominique's got the drippy.
The art that like looks drippy, so it makes sense.
Oh, I got you. That's exactly what I thought. Shared with the world. We got moist. All right, ladies.
Okay,
Carol, why are you not playing? I know you're here.
right? You can't fucking hide in the shadows, bitch. We know you're here.
Oh, this is good one. This next one, I'm gonna write it before.
Wait, there it is. Loud and confusing.
Loud and confusing.
One.
Honestly, the thought of somebody sucking my toes makes me want to vomit. So
Mhm.
Yeah, it seems really
Not
disgusting.
my-
But if I had to, it better be enjoyable. Like if it's like a life or death, suck away. Like,
yeah. Okay. No.
and please don't have a dry mouth. That makes me like even.
Oh, well, see, that's why it needs to be moist.
It's dry because they weren't excited about it yet.
Ugh.
Alert.
That's not
No,
how mouths work, ma'am.
no, it's like they're
Doesn't
like,
it?
Mouth.
Doesn't it? That toe didn't hit your uvula and it didn't get your mouth flowing yet. Okay.
Mouth is not moist.
if it hits your uvula, it's called barf, not saliva. You're not drooling at that point. It lubes the wrong way. Look, see?
Listen, I'm giving that point to Dominique because Dominique got the drip.
She's got
Girl,
like a 1910s faucet.
All right, are you guys? I don't know if you guys are ready for this next one, but I think it's a
We
good one
prob- what-
together.
Are we ever ready?
No,
Mm-mm.
I like my alarms like I like my edible underwear. If you guys don't come up with something real good for this, I'm gonna be mad. Oh. You didn't even see hers. I'm laughing at the next one.
She can't even make a sound. That's it. That's enough. That's enough.
Oh my god! I'm trying to figure this out.
It's so funny when like someone's
Listen,
laughing so hard
right.
that like the only thing that comes
just
out is like the beginning and end
sounds.
of sounds, like of words. Yeah.
off quickly.
Off quickly.
Let's go.
That's good.
That is good. That is good.
That is so good. Thrown passionately
like that
across
one.
the room.
Oh my god.
Non-existent. To slap me in the face.
Oh
So
my
been there,
god.
done that.
Oh, man.
Oh my goodness.
Not in an awesome way. Desiree slapped me in the face with undies, so
Sorry, but if
there's that.
there's on you for too long of a time, it gets like
Gooey.
Gooey. I mean, you're gonna thrown. I'm gonna go with off quickly. Thank you, Teen, for that. You guys are not ready for this next one. And I'm sure it's gonna be less funny now that I've already laughed all the laughs.
Were you
So-
laughing partially because you knew it was coming?
Is that what you're laughing at?
Well,
when you
I
pulled?
was laughing
Thank you,
because
Dominique. What a
I
bitch.
flipped it immediately, and then I knew the answers. The
Would
answers that are about to
subsequently be
head this way.
fantastic. Okay.
Probably. Yes.
Gonna-
Are you guys ready?
Refill.
You're not ready. I like my bread like I like my testicles.
Oh, I keep going to the wrong spot to like write my answer. I keep trying to like write it in here and it's not gonna work. Bread, like
Shit. I'm tickled.
you're welcome for this, and it is not a true answer, but it'll be a good funny one.
Whew.
I shouldn't have said it, but I did it. I did
Oh
it.
wow.
Oh wow. Snot fuzzy.
Fuzzy bread is not.
That's brilliant. Rebecca.
That is.
I can't see it. I'm
Nobody
on
likes fuzzy
the.
bread. Nobody likes fuzzy bread.
No.
Oh my god.
All right. I have a husband who leaves bread like on the counter a lot, so but bagged properly and out of the way.
Good.
Out of the way.
Yeah, seriously, put it the fuck away. Same.
How is
Put
he
it away.
gonna put him back though? Like with a hair tie?
In a
Or is he
bag, out
gonna
of the
take a play
way.
from Chablis? How would he put him
Bagged.
back?
Right.
Bagged.
Desiree.
Bag.
Is it yeasty?
Oh, ew.
Okay, that was the first word that
I
came to mind, and I was like, I don't want anybody's balls to be yeasty, so
No, but I wanted it something funny. That
Nasty.
fresh, not fuzzy.
Fresh
We got
and not fuzzy. That's
crunchy
good.
on the-
yeah.
Dogs on the inside.
I don't know.
Yes,
You know how bread,
Rosie,
like,
thank you. She answered it like I did to be funny. Oh, and it worked. Y'all are
gross.
chuckling.
Something's like a nice crust.
Covered in peanut butter.
Rebecca! Best answer.
hey,
Listen, Rebecca
okay,
gets both. Rebecca gets 2 points because she gave me 2. Okay, and they were
dude, and
very
they're
good.
both very different and very
Very good
clever.
answer. Very
I
good
am
answer.
tickled. Ooh,
I got covered in
You
peanut
stick a
butter.
breather.
Why didn't I come up with that one?
Right?
Damn it, I know.
I don't know, Domo. Why didn't you?
I don't know.
Yeah, Dominique and I
You
had to go
ready?
weird on this one. It's fine.
Here you go.
Bread.
I like my what? Read it, Desiree.
I like my trips to the auto shop like I like my dance floor makeouts.
Sorry.
Some of these are going to be weird, guys. I didn't choose them. The cards are here, but we probably could make up our own, which would be fun.
Dance.
Hmm.
I got a couple answers, but hopefully we'll see who else gets something similar. This is the better one.
I almost drooled here. So funny.
Oh my god, I'm not looking. I try to add these. Oh, it's gonna be good.
I can't.
All I got was body work only.
That's a good one. Hold on, I gotta see the rest. Hold on, I gotta go back. An oily mess. Quick and painless. Ending with a guy inspecting my under.
That's fun.
I inspected my under.
That's a
Clever.
good one.
What is the word I'm thinking of? Shit. Damn it.
I don't know, but now all I can hear in my head is that Rihanna song about how I gotta ride smoother than a limousine.
What? I don't know this song.
Smoother than a limousine.
A ride? Oh, a ride. Okay.
Because it was left and shined.
Mm.
Josh, you got anything?
I do, but I just can't think of the word. It's out of my head. So there's just I can't come up with the word that I'm trying to say.
That's frustrating.
It is super frustrating.
You could
It's there.
feel
and I'm
that word. You could,
and
like,
then if I were like to describe it to someone
can't,
else, I
no.
also don't have those words. Like it all, like it's there, but it just is not coming
I hate that.
here.
All right, we're gonna go with Rebecca then because
Yeah, you
Josh
go
has got
ahead.
nothing.
I don't have any. If I remember the
All
word
right,
later, I'll tell you.
let's move on. All right.
Like an oily mess. That is. I was chuckling about that for a while.
So there's oil dripping off you though at a dance club.
Well, your oils when you're dancing, you're sweating, right? You get oily.
Sure, but it's dance floor makeouts.
Yeah, because you're dancing and now you're making out, and you guys are all oily from your sweat.
Ew.
You've never like made out after
No.
like dancing like all night.
Oh yes, ma'am, I have.
It's oily,
Like,
right? It's
maybe a
about-
long ass time ago. I don't even recall. Like
lot of-
that's how long ago it was.
A lot
I've
of-
been a mom for way too long.
What'd you say, Teen?
a lot of things making it slippery.
Yeah, see.
Sweat, the oils.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Here, this is my.
I like my fashion sense. Like
Here's
I
me. So
like
this is not
my
what I
butt
meant.
implant.
But I came up with something else. So
Okay.
we can move on.
With the complimentary breakfast,
Yeah.
trips to the auto shop.
Sometimes they have muffins.
Yeah. Sometimes they have snacks there.
You're going to an uppity auto shop, aren't you?
It's Ford. So I don't know. Maybe
It
that's
is. Okay.
maybe it's
She just,
Ford.
she just said no. I like my fashion sense like I like my butt implant. Come on. You can come up with something. I already got like 2 in my head. So hurry up.
I like my fashion sense. Like I like my butt implants.
God, I don't want to put these 2 together. No.
I don't have anything.
I don't like these ones together. I'm gonna nix that card altogether. I don't like it.
Which one don't you like? Can we know?
Well, it popped up with childhood trauma and blue balls, and I just
Mm-mm.
that already
That's
said childhood trauma. So
Head turning and undeniable.
Oh, that's a good one. That's
Even though I have no fashion sense, and despite my
Same.
lack of an ass, I would never get butt
that was a good one. See, then I come up with like this word, but I could like now I'm thinking I got it from you, so I was gonna say head turning, but
Yeah.
that was just because that what you said inspired my thought. I'll put it, but yeah. There we go.
exotic, but not the cheap version from Mexico.
So, like,
Head turning.
I don't have anything for that.
brand name, high end.
What did you have, Teen?
Head turning and undeniable. The other one was brand name, high end.
Oh, you said head turn, and then I put head turn. I thought you said something else, so I totally copied you. See, my brain. I thought
Here's mine. Here's mine. Took me a minute. Sometimes my brain functions
Up
late.
space.
taking up space.
I'm surprised that there are no like
What did I think
Sir
you
Mix-a-Lot
said?
references happening.
No what?
There's what?
Sir Mix-a-Lot references. We're gonna go with Rebecca, exotic but not cheap. Okay, let's move on.
Was-
That one wasn't as fun as I thought
I
it
would
was
love
gonna
an
be.
exotic wardrobe.
It's hard to put the two together. I don't know why.
Like my zoos, like I like my morning sex.
Mm.
Wow.
I'm gonna get gross a little bit.
Well, there's plenty to come. Yes.
Hey, that's what he said.
Hey, I said it too. I said it too.
Yeah, sometimes I could call you my brother and I'm a sister. It's okay. He nasty.
Oh, sorry. Noisy.
I like my zoos like I like my morning sex. Noisy with a little funk. Loud and active.
Yes.
Loud and smelly. Hungry. Enjoyable and lasting. We're gonna go with loud and active. That was good, Dominique.
Active, yeah, that's a good one.
Well,
She
morning.
wants it
Definitely a zoo.
bustling. She wants it bustling, not more. Yeah,
All right, let me go up.
so like a New York City subway, just like air, you know.
I like my bosses. Like I like my butt plugs. Oh. I feel like we could come up with some really good ones, guys, to these things.
Yeah, we really could.
Oh, Rebecca, you're so clever.
All right, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3. Might need a couple more. We'll see. I like my bosses like I like my butt plugs. I am in control. Easy to remove. To get off my ass. Well, they're in it, babe. They're in it. Can't. Minuscule.
Like tiny box.
Yeah,
Listen, Dominique,
just a little
good
boss.
job.
Because I don't like bosses. I don't like bosses.
All right.
I should have said non-existent, but half of that's a lie.
Listen. Maybe I like them. So Dominique's answer was good. Okay. Anyways, moving on.
You like bosses? Nobody likes a boss.
Yeah, tell me what to do and tell me to sit down. I like my brunches like I like my fisting. Filling. Nice job, Rebecca.
Planned ahead of time.
Surprise
Surprise me.
Stop it, Dominique.
Wait, that's not how you spell it.
Spit. She must have had that toe sucking. That's why she's ready to spit. Endless mimosas.
Stop it. I
With
said the
endless.
same thing.
Oh.
After several mimosas.
After 7, you guys are funny. Listen, Rebecca's got it. Rebecca, nice job.
What?
Nice
You
job.
mean exactly at 11 o'clock isn't the right one?
No, I liked it, but filling, like, I want to be full when I leave brunch because I don't want to have lunch because now it was in the middle of breakfast, which I
That is
waited
true.
for.
You want to be able to make it to dinner.
I want to be full. And the whole point of fisting is to be full. So, moving on.
Moving on.
Let's go with this one. I like my Sunday mornings like I like my hookup roster. Wow. Oh my gosh. Hey.
Yeah.
Long and easy.
We. We.
Not up.
Daddy.
He's
What?
tattling.
You tattle
He
on
said,
you?
Daddy. He's telling Dad that I won't pick him up.
I was like, is he tattling on you? He is.
He is. He tattles. He's a little fucker.
Not my kid. There's no
All right.
snitches here. I'm kidding.
Snitches get stitches.
Oh my god. I like my Sunday mornings look like my hookup roster.
All right. I like my Sunday mornings like I like my hookup roster. Oh, man, everyone. Easy to manage. Without drama.
I don't even need to. I saw Dominique's and I was like, don't try, bitch. Just keep it to yourself. Like open to everyone.
Oh my
I'm over
gosh,
here
I
thinking
don't-
about like a dance card. And you went and wrote that, and I was like, fuck it. Fuck it.
You know what? I like my Sunday mornings without drama, and my kids like to bring the drama. So while
You weren't talking
Dominique
about
made me
kids.
chuckle,
You were talking about your hookup roster, you fucking weirdo.
I know, but I like my Sunday mornings. Sunday morning is very drama-like with my children.
You want it like a should I have written Herkle-Dirk?
Yes. Yes. Here we go. I like my video games like I like my car sex.
I don't really like either one of those things.
Can you guys hear the music that's on this side of the house?
Oh, I just had a word that just left my brain. I think like you, Tosh, earlier.
All right. I like my video games like I like my car sex. Ooh, fast and dangerous.
Dangerous. Wow.
Role played with a lot of shit talking. That's good. That's good.
Small
In
amount.
small amounts. True that. Gets crampy. Nobody
Right.
needs leg cramps.
Small
What you
person.
got, Dominique?
I know.
There
I'm
was
waiting
a word I had and just like left my, like it just poofed out and I can't,
out.
not there.
All right. I like this one. This is perfect. Welcome
Role
to
That
play.
was
the
There's a
funny.
lot of
That's
shit
good.
talking. You just wanted to give me a point. It's like a
No,
You
that's
know
a
what?
good
It might have
one.
been.
like a
I
sorry.
like that one.
It was both. I like my trash like I like my STDs.
Bumpy.
Ew.
That's not my answer. I just wanted to say some shit.
Yeah. That's
Little word
nasty.
association game we got going on.
Here you go. This is a good one. That's my real one.
I'm writing this one.
That's my real answer there. Got it. Or is it there? I can't remember which way I'm pointing.
All right. Oh, wait, that's backwards.
Easily taken care of.
There you go.
I like my trash like I like my STDs. You said easily taken care of. Gone by Thursday.
On that Thursday, that's right.
Clean. Girl, your trash can't be clean.
We get our trash
Smelly
cans
with
cleaned.
just a little leakage. Ew. Dominique, that was
You
good.
fucking brought it. Hold on. What was the
Clean and not positive.
Hold
That's
on.
good.
Okay, but you said like I like my STDs. That's what I heard. I didn't hear STD tests.
Oh, I didn't hear tests either.
Thank you. I just heard STDs.
Yeah.
Okay. So that changes my answer.
Yeah,
but you
apparently
can go
Dominique
with,
likes her STDs test to equal only a little leakage. Smelly, only a little leakage.
Okay.
Dominique, a little ACV that can fix it right up. Fix you right up. The burning. All of that. You don't need a suppository. You just
Now I know. The
Okay.
more you know.
No,
I don't know
you
which one I like better.
The
These
more
are
you
all
know,
very
right?
good, guys. These are all very good. Listen, trash can't be clean, but I do want my STD test to be clean and not positive.
You
So
say-
I'm going to test it.
You say that my mother has the cleanest trash of anybody I know. It's insane. Her
I
trash
believe it.
smells. She like washes things before she puts them in the trash. It's it's crazy.
I love people who wash their stuff before they like recycle it, like rinse things. Like I rinse like my jars and things like that, and I like scrape things away before I recycle. But like CJ does not. He does the complete opposite. So it basically defeats the purpose of anything I do.
Here we go. I like my holiday movies like I like my pity fucks.
Oh.
We got 2 more after that, and then we'll call it good because we're at 2 hours.
Here you go. There's mine.
I like my holiday movies like I like my pity fucks with a happy ending. Like, is the pity fuck, are you on the receiving end or are you
Give a
giving?
shit as long as it has a happy ending. Who cares?
Oh.
Who cares? What's the goal?
Leave the romance out of it. Basically, all exactly the same with different
He's like,
actors.
so what really happened to the tree farm?
Yeah, the only thing I could come up with was predictable. So
Predictable. What?
There she comes.
That's the best answer.
Mine giving you 1 point.
Bitch, then you show up with a fucking banger. See,
Right?
that's why you had to be here.
She came in with a banger because it was only once a year.
All the same, but with different actors. Once a year was my fave too, but that was good. Oh my god.
I like my chefs like I like my G-spot.
My chefs.
Banging. Are you tickled? easily found. Damn, where's the one we need for North Carolina? What are those? Experienced.
Well done, dude.
Well tended. Actively at it. I'm gonna go with well tended. All right, last one, guys. Unless you guys get a tie. Josh, where'd you go?
Right.
To go find
Can
it.
you hear? I like my in-laws like I like my clitoris. I was chuckling writing this down.
Oh, wow. Hold up. Why'd you put those together?
I didn't. It's what I flipped.
That's not fair to put together. That's fucked up.
Not enough time with them. Oh, yeah. That's good.
Involved in what?
Involved in what's happening?
Good. I like that one.
Oh my god.
What does that say? Nothing can follow.
Oh my god, not after this. I got nothing to say. I can't say shit. That's the best. Next time we play this, we need to like split like just sides, like left side, right side, and then like everyone else who's playing like is just on a side so that it's more more fair. Oh my gosh, that's great. Anybody on my team, I'm sorry. I'm enjoying everyone else's.
Given just the right amount of attention. Ooh, I don't know, guys. I don't know.
Okay, hold on.
Oh wait, you didn't write anything that yet. You did. No.
It's similar to everyone else's, but it's written different. Oh, I was supposed to say love. I
Oh.
screwed
With their love language being quality time. That one was uncomfortable. A little bit.
Right?
A little bit. But if
Right.
done right, it shouldn't have been. I'm gonna go with Rebecca, given just the right amount of attention.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and just for shits and giggles.
Or giggles and shit.
Mm-hmm. I like my restaurants like I like my gynecologist.
Oops, where'd it go? I don't have like a chat spot. I can't put an answer in.
Clean and spotless.
No oil there.
Plenty of availability.
There you go. There you go. Clean and knowledgeable. All right, guys.
Knowledge is better than being spotless, I guess. Yeah. I guess it's the same thing, though. I just repeated myself.
I had to reschedule an appointment and it was like months.
Oh, no.
What? And it was them that
I
They
don't
said,
like
we
that.
don't have time to see your vag. Come again.
Was not given the right amount of attention.
It wasn't. That was rude. That game was fun. I'm bringing that with us to retreat.
That's a good one.
Quick service with large portion.
That's what she
Hey,
said.
we're talking about restaurant. I like my restaurants to have large portions. I don't know.
What about your gynecologist?
I mean, I never
You
go
want
to
him to
one.
take a large portion of you.
Nope. She wants these to be large.
Thank you. That's exactly what I was thinking when I said it. With big hands.
Wow.
How am I supposed to say it with big hands? You don't say that for restaurants. So large portions. See, Teen got it.
Gonna check your manual.
See, Rebecca's
Portions
also on the
of
same
what?
wavelength. The two of you dirty girls are on the same wavelength.
Should I have said
Rebecca
large
is
hands?
our
Should I say
winner.
large hands?
Mm-hmm.
Large fingers? Large portions? Like,
So-
what do you want me to say?
I got
And then when they're like all over, and
Good
they're
with
like,
their hands. Good hand service.
you with their hand. Oh.
Listen, Rebecca is our winner. Rebecca, do you want a keychain that's book themed or a pin that is book themed? And I'm not letting you choose. You just tell me which one you want. Because I know we have a bunch of keychains. So, but they were cute. So I bought them.
I want one.
That was fun, guys. Well, you didn't win, so do better.
That
I
was
wasn't gonna
some
win.
game, Desiree. That was
I
some
can't.
game.
When Dominique was bringing her B game,
Dominique
there's
was.
nothing that I could do with
Dominique
that.
was. Dominique
Yeah.
brought it. She's very good.
My B game was like a D game today. It was not good. Not a good game.
Next time I'm in California, we should all be playing this like with our husbands on like the ladies a team and the men a team and
Oh
see how
boy.
Okay, so you're coming out in August?
nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Y'all are dirty.
Jessica,
Somewhat uncomfortable here.
you've been in book club this long, girl.
Mhm.
No,
if you're
you
not
can't be
comfortable
uncomfortable.
now, I don't know what to tell you. It's not. It's downhill from here. Okay.
It's downhill from here. It's downhill from hey bitches. Literally every Sunday. That's it. We just start to stop and
And then it's wieners. And then
Exactly.
how was that not an answer
I
today?
just thought that too.
It should have been. It should have been.
Oh my gosh, you bitches are the best. I love playing games with every one of you. You have wonderful senses of humor. Tina is always bringing her.
That could have been the last answer with a little bit of weenus.
with a little
Just a little bit of weenus. Yeah.
If that gyno is putting his ween up in your vulva, I don't know what kind of college you went to.
Just go for
Is
the
it like-
answer. I'm not going for experience.
Was it like he had no forearms, and so it was just
Going
weenus,
downhill
like,
a
that's
long
where
time,
the hand
yes.
started? Did the hand start at the ween? And so it just—that's how he put the little
No,
duck
I'm just
clamp
like,
in
I'm
you.
just going for the answer, not for
Oh,
like the
wow.
logic.
I've got questions. Don't say
Not for
shit if you don't
logic.
want me to have questions because it's not good. It's not going to be good. I have had to bite my tongue on many a lives because y'all said some shit and I had some
Many
questions and nobody wanted to hear my questions.
Many lives.
Many.
All right, ladies. So we are finished with our April book. We begin our May book, which I don't actually have right in front of me, but I do have downstairs. We begin our May book, Only Love Can Hurt Like This by Paige Toon. Starting tomorrow, I will post the schedule, get everything changed out, and we have our unboxing at 6 p.m. PST. Is it 6? I think it's 6.
That's tomorrow.
Yeah, that's tomorrow. We have our unboxing for our May novel box tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific. That's 9 p.m. Eastern. And then we can all start reading this women's contemporary is what this one is considered. Our women's contemporary. So, and I will hopefully finish our playlist tonight because I was slacking.
She was busy doing shit for me. That's why.
Yeah. I barely got my reading done because of this one. Is it this
Well,
way?
you could have listened.
Wow.
No, I can't listen when I'm editing. I just like I can't focus. It's not the same
I
thing.
You could
understand.
just say thank you and not like back talk.
Yay, we'll
I
be there
did. I did
tomorrow.
say thank you.
I have to literally go to the mailbox right now and get my box from Anna. So
Well, mine's not here yet, Anna. So
That was me forgetting
don't
the
forget
link.
the link. I
That
know.
was
Yeah,
me.
we'll make sure that we get everything posted and then also shared. Shit happens. We're human. It's Sunday.
okay, we got it. We got it. We got it.
But we will make sure everybody gets that shared. And then anybody who wants to hop on and unbox with us, please do. We'll have every single one of you if you feel like doing it. So
Well, not me.
let
I
me
don't have
know.
a box.
Yeah. Let me know. You're getting yours tomorrow. Quit it. Anyways. All right, bitches. Everybody have a wonderful night.
No Des left behind. Okay.
And we'll see you tomorrow.
All right. We say goodnight. We're good.
Good night.